Hi everyone, welcome back to DeFi Daily. Today I want to talk about what happened just yesterday about Wormhole. A big hack happened and around 300 million was just stolen. The reason why I'm talking about this is not really about the single problem, because what happened on Wormhole is serious, but that's not the main problem. I think that this is giving us the opportunity to talk about one of the main problems, because the whole blockchain, the whole crypto space is going cross-chain, and especially when we are talking about DeFi space. But on the other side, nobody is talking enough about the risk connected to going cross-chain, because this is just the first case about a bigger problem that has been highlighted also by Vitalik. I will share with you a thread that has been wrote by Vitalik in person that is quite interesting. And this is the main reason, and we will go through the different problems that happen about cross-chain, and also how, if there is a way that we can really be able to reduce this kind of risk. Just before to start, guys, remember that this channel is just for educational purpose. What I'm trying to do is giving you the awareness, the tools in order to be much aware of what's going on and being able to take better decisions. But nothing has to be intended as financial advice. So let's start immediately, and I want to start with what happened just yesterday. Wormhole, you probably know, it is a bridge. In this case, the problem happened between Solana and Ethereum. So usually what is a bridge? A bridge is like a technology, a smart contract that is enabling us to move a token from its native chain to another chain. Let's say, for example, in this case, Ethereum. Ethereum is issued on the Ethereum blockchain. In the moment when you want to use it on another blockchain, what you need is a bridge. A bridge, what is going to do is just locking your original Ethereum, and it is giving you on the other blockchain another tokenized Ethereum. And this usually could be called wrapped Ethereum or any other way that is just representing the token that it has been issued into the original blockchain. But you have to remember that in the moment when we are talking about a bridge, the token, the crypto that you are receiving into the other blockchain, in this case Solana, it's not anymore the original token, but it's just a tokenized version. It is just representing the liquidity that is locked into a smart contract into the original chain. This is something that we should be pretty aware, because the token, the crypto, the coin that we are using into other blockchains is not the original one. So what does it mean? It means that we are exposed to a higher risk. Because if you are just using your token, your coin, your Ethereum, for example, into the original blockchain, the only risk that you are exposed is if the protocol that you are using is being hacked. That's quite possible, but the amount of risk is lower. Different story applies in the moment when you are moving your original tokens from the chain where they have been issued to another blockchain. In that moment, you are not only exposed, let's say that you are moving your Ethereum on Solana, you are starting to use them on Saber, that is a protocol on Solana. You are not only exposed to the possibility to hack on Saber, but you are also exposed to the possibility that the bridge has been hacked. So this is something that is pretty important to remember. Another thing that is quite interesting about this case is that the power of having a protocol that is backed by great investors and has a lot of liquidity is that even if a big problem, because 300 million is really a lot of money, even if it is happening, the protocol in this case is able to create a patch and really restore the value of the Ethereum that was stolen. This is obviously something that is not possible in case of a protocol that is just a smaller protocol and it doesn't have enough liquidity to cover this kind of problem. When we are choosing the kind of protocol that you want to use, it could be a bridge, it could be a DeFi protocol or whatever it is. Remember that not all of them are having the same risk. Higher, bigger is the protocol, also more secure it is, obviously. behind the protocol is needed not only a big treasury, not only big investors, but also a team that is skilled and has the competencies in order to really face and solve the different problems that can happen. And this is pretty important, that you have to take in account in a moment when you are choosing the kind of protocol that you want to work with, and most of all, the allocation. Remember, don't just fall in love with your protocol. Don't just invest too much in a single protocol. Choose the right amount according to the profile risk, the real profile risk that the protocol or the bridge in this case is offering to you. Going on, I want to show you that it's not the first time that a cross-chain protocol is attacked. Just a couple of days ago, Qubit, that is also a money market like Aave, for example, that was working between Ethereum and the Binance Smart Chain. The Qubit protocol, that is also part of the family of the Pancake money that already suffered by 2 different hacks into the past, has been exploited and 80 million were lost. It's quite a weird situation because that's the 3rd time that this kind of protocol is hacked, so quite a lot. I don't know if they have some problem with someone or they are just not able to defend the protocol. I truly don't know. And what is most impressive about this is that the Qubit protocol were also audited 2 times by different companies. And I'm saying it and I'm sharing this kind of content not because I have anything against Qubit. If I have to be honest, I was liking it and I was loving the interface, the way that it was working. Qubit was a good platform as a general meaning. The problem is that even if a platform has been audited, even if they have been working a lot on security, even in this case, a problem can happen. And this is something that you have to keep in mind, because the only way that you have to defend yourself is choosing the right protocol, but most of all, you have to diversify. You have to be really able to manage your exposure to the risk of different protocols into the right way. And don't take in, don't call in, even if it looks like the most secure platform, even if they are offering a great opportunity. I was talking with a person of the community about, for example, Anchor protocol. I love Anchor protocol and it is really a great protocol. But even in this case, don't take in, don't go in, because DeFi is not a secure space. Even if the protocol is great, 100% security is something that it doesn't exist into this space. And you have to defend yourself, allocating and diversify your portfolio. About a problem with DeFis and hacks, there is also another news that came out just a couple of days ago that is about crypto.com, because also on crypto.com, even if we are talking about a big company, a big structure that is investing a lot on security, even in this case, a problem happened. I'm showing you these different cases not because I want to highlight that this specific protocol is not secure. The reality is that there is no difference between a single protocol with another one. You don't know in advance which one will be the most secure. It's something that we will discover only during the time. The only way that you have to defend yourself is diversification and the right allocation, nothing more, because even if a protocol looks like secure, it could have been hacked. Going on, I want to share this topic by Vitalik, that is the founder of Ethereum, that was sharing, this topic here, and I will leave also the link of this tweet into the description below. And the topic he was talking about is this one on Reddit, and this is the thread. What he's talking about, what he is highlighting is the problem about bridges. I don't want to go into technicalities because that's not the point. Most of the users are not really interested into the technicalities and the reasons why a problem can happen. What I want to show you is that he is talking about a possible 51% attack. And it is telling that in the moment when you are bridging your coins, your cryptos from a chain to another, most of the time you are thinking that you are quite secure because you are still owning your cryptos, because your cryptos are into your wallet. The reality is that even if you're using a Trezor, a Ledger, or whatever hard wallet you are using, the reality is that even in this case, you are not secure because you are exposed to all the possible risks connected to the bridge. For example, he's sharing this nice table here where he is highlighting the relationship between if an asset is issued on a certain chain and you are using the asset on a specific chain, the level of security. For example, he's saying if you're using if you are having some Ethereum that is issued on Ethereum and you're using on Ethereum, the level of security is high. On the other side, for example, if your tokens or cryptos are issued on Ethereum but you're using on Avalanche, the level of security is low, as you can see from here. But the same story applies also on the other side, because let's say that your tokens are issued on Avalanche and you're using them on Ethereum, also again the level of security is low. This kind of topic is something that not many person are talking about. The main reason is that because we think that the reality is quite remote. And yes, that's true that the possibility to have a 51% attack is quite a remote possibility, specifically when we are talking about larger and bigger blockchains. But on the other side, exactly as what happened with Wormhole, the reality is that in the moment when we are talking about bridges, vulnerabilities are always possible. I don't know if you are aware, but also a couple of weeks ago, also on Multichain, that is the previous AnySwap, a vulnerability was discovered also in that bridge. As you can understand, as you can see, in the last couple of weeks, months, the whole story about bridges is becoming every day more crucial. And the main reason is because the whole topic going cross-chain is going mainstream, because what we need is really be able to use DeFi cross-chain and into the smoothest way as possible. The problem is that at the level of technology, we are not yet at a point when the level of security is so high, and we are still exposed to a higher amount of risk than just using a single DeFi protocol into a single blockchain. So I don't want to just say that you don't have to use bridges and so on. For example, I will keep going on using bridges because if some time is needed, or it could be much easier to bridge your tokens from one chain to another. So I'm not here to demonize bridges or cross-chain. I'm here just to help you to become aware about the possible risk. And the main way to defend yourself is always choosing the right allocation, and really don't go in just trying to use different kind of bridges. Try to not always use a single protocol, but try to use different protocols. Try really to diversify and to use into the most rational way, and with the awareness of all the possible risk in order to minimize your exposure. Because if you are aware that bridges are helpful because they are becoming every day more efficient to connect and to move your funds from one chain to another, but on the other side, they have also their, let's call it a shadow side that is exposing us to some major risk. Guys, let me know what do you think about this story, and if you have any other suggestion or if you know any other detail about it, I will be more than happy to listen from you. Remember that if you like this kind of content, the best way is always leaving a big thumbs up, drop a comment, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye guys.